A couple times during that story, you're talking about how, you have to write a check for X amount of money, or you have to do this or this. Like as a young kid, I was having a conversation with my parents the other day, and they're like, "How much money do you have in your bank account?" I'm like, "I got X amount of money." And they're on my case. You got to start investing this stuff. Like you got to be putting it in. But I'm sitting here right now, and like I'm trying to think long term. Like I'm going to be on my own next year. So I'm going to have to pay rent. I'm going to have to do all this stuff. I'm running a podcast. I'm running a personal brand. It's two businesses. Like I need cash to be able to spend. So what's your take for a kid right now on entrepreneurship? How, like, should there be cash in the bank account? Should it be invested? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, so I always tell people, and this is what I do in my own business, is keep 6 months worth of overhead inside of your business bank account. So we'll just use like rough numbers. If my overhead, and that includes like what I would be paying myself inside of the business, let's just say it's $20,000 a month
Yeah.
between my employees, the software, the taxes, whatever that might be, that would then say, okay, multiply that by 6, that's 120,000. I'm not saying that again on day one I'm going to have 120,000 ready to go, but if I have a bunch of money in there, that's what I want minimum before I'm going to start investing it elsewhere. Because I truly believe, and I have seen this time and time again, the best place to invest your money is in yourself and in your business. There are infinite returns you will get on both of those things. So I'll give you a perfect example on that. We hired 3 of what will actually be like key players inside of our organization. 2 of 3 we did not like need right now. But one of those people is essentially going to replace like 90% of the activities that I'm doing on a daily basis. So I'm not going to like give his exact salary, but let's just say it's $5,000 a month, right? If I wanted to take that $5,000 out every single month and go invest that somewhere over the course of a year, that's $60,000. I can go make $5,000 a month in a couple of hours because I sell recurring revenue inside of our digital marketing agency, and our average client pays us between $2,500 to $5,000 a month. Now, not all of that, of course, is going to be profit, but by paying somebody $5,000 to get 90% of my time back on a daily basis has infinite return on investment, where if I go invest $5,000 a month in whatever else that's out there, I'm going to be like incrementally growing that, which is important. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But so many people want to go that route or nothing before they invest in employees, in software, in technology, and coaches.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to invest in themselves, especially young kids? Like, what's holding them back from doing it?
I think it's fear, right? Like, what if this doesn't work?
Right.
I always tell people, like, well, let's say, like, what if it does, right? Like, what if this does work? The other aspect is when you're investing in a coach, I don't care if it's one-to-one or if it's group, or even if you're investing in an employee or a technology, you have to play a role in this. So like part of it is that people just actually don't want to grow and get better. You don't just pay, like right now I'm paying over 6 figures a year for a coach and a consultant. Okay. Like that is scary, but like they both told me that like, Adam, if you don't do your part in this, this won't work. So a lot of people are going to look at that and say, hey, Anthony, I'm going to invest $100,000 in these 2 things. And then they're going to expect the coach and the consultant to just go in and do everything for them. Mm. That's not how that stuff works. And so I think it's fear. I think it's the accountability aspect that people say that they want to grow or get better or do whatever, but they're unwilling to do their part in the situation. And then I would say like the third thing is just, I think a lot of people associate like money going out with expenses. And so that kind of turns into a mindset thing. I literally have like a Google sheet, right? And on the Google sheet, it's every single line item that we pay on a monthly basis. Now, from a tax perspective or from a CPA and accounting perspective, yes, it's an expense, but I actually have listed it as investments. So my employees are investments, my salary is an investment, my coach is an investment, the freaking every little software we use is an investment. So most of this stuff is everybody's mindset is that every single thing of money out is an expense. Right. And it's really an investment into something.
And it's a great point. One thing I want to share is when I was younger, like my motivations right now completely different from a couple years ago. Like when I was a freshman in college and probably in high school, all I wanted to do is be rich. Like all I was driven for was freaking money. I just want to make $1 million. And so what I do is I'd work these internships, and as soon as I get a check, I would put it into the market. I would put it into stocks. I would put it into crypto. That's all I would do because I had no self-belief and confidence to invest it in myself. And that is just like an empty way of doing it. And you're putting all your risk and you're essentially gambling with something out of your control because you don't think you can do it. The moment everything changed for me was when I actually started investing in myself. When I started buying tickets to a business planning workshop, or when I started hiring an employee, or I started buying books. Because at the end of the day, like, it puts so much control into your hands. And you know what that control and confidence and belief does for you? It 10x's every single part of your life. So if you're a listener right now and you're hearing this part, holy shit, don't put your stuff like me into random crypto coins. Like, put it into yourself, and the ROI on that, like Adam said, I truly believe like it's infinite. It's a fantastic point that you just made. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.